mentioned her earlier, Bina,
Yes.
ex-actress Rasika Dugal, has started shooting for another schedule of Mirzapur Season 3 in Lucknow. Oh, I'm saying that right. This is coming in from outlookindia.com,
Big city.
and a good picture of the actress there. And she started shooting for
It's
Season 3
Nawab's Lucknow. What? I
of,
thought Lucknow was a city.
Mirzapur in the city of Nawabs, Lucknow.
Yes.
There you go, I didn't know that either. See?
I searched it up as well.
Rasika
not
has
all.
received immense love for her portrayal of Bina Tripathi in both seasons of Mirzapur and is now all set to reprise her role in the third season. Rasika says shooting in Lucknow is always wonderful. The energy and the vibe of the city is exhilarating. I always look forward to the Mirzapur shoots. Feels like coming home. Back home, I am looking forward to the good food and an amazing shooting experience. For the 2 seasons of the said series, Rasika walked away with praises for embodying the role of a woman from a small town with the power to change the course of events in the series. True that. Mirzapur Season 3 also stars Pankaj Tripathi, Ali Fazal, Shweta Tripathi, Vijay Verma and Isha Tawar, and is backed by Farhan Akhtar and Ritesh Sidwani's production house Excel Entertainment. Rasika's upcoming project includes Andura, Spike, Lord Curzon, Key Haveli and Fairy Folk.
Fairy folk.
So there you go.
Oh, a little fairy.
So I think we kind of touched on the
I'm going to
character,
search up
John,
Lucknow.
and we kind of touched on obviously our relationships with certain characters in season 1 and
It's a
2.
fucking city.
And one
What
of
are
the
you
things
talking
I
about?
really like about this character, John, is the fact that she didn't really have much to do in season 1. She was more of a doormat, I felt, and she was just getting treated so badly. I thought surely she's going to get she's going to give them the comeuppance at some point.
Something else here.
And I think, in season 2 we got to see a darker side to her, and obviously we got to see in that very last episode, John, how dark this character can get. What are you expecting from this character in season 3, John? A prominent role, very similar to season 2, or do you think it's going to take a backward step back into the sort of shadows like we saw her in season 1?
No, Steve, she's out now. She's not
She's
going
out
back
and
in. She's out and about. She's not going back in the shadows. She may be away, sort of honing and perfecting her son to be the perfect, to be the perfect heir apparent to Gudu when he comes onto that throne. No, but jokes aside, Steve, I don't think she'll be getting back in the shadows. She may be looking after her son, as I did say, but she's too big a personality in this show now. We've lost the likes of Bowsy, potentially Muna. We need to be seen, and look, also she didn't openly admit, did she?
Do you know how we forgot? Another female character. Muna's wife.
Yeah, the politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fucking politician.
So maybe she'll just blend
The
away
leader.
now.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No, I think she'll have a bone to pick.
Yeah.
With perhaps that may be how Gudu gets put behind bars. She's the sort of the political leader of that region. And obviously he's just took out her husband, and they were having a good bonding session and getting on
They were,
fine and dandy
yeah.
by the end. So maybe she'll be taking umbrage to him killing him off and want to go and deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's as pliable as JP or his brother before him. I don't think she's one for corruption.
No.
Also, she married into the Tripathis, but don't think so, man. She was never really on board. And also, she heard the Candanan potting.
Yeah.
And moaning about the father getting killed. Basically saying, I don't give a shit about him. I want my influence in the party. I don't want JP taking over. So I don't think she's a huge fan of Candanan, but I think she did care about Muna. So that maybe set up Gudu, but for the Bina character, I think she's important getting into season. It depends on how many seasons they're talking about doing of this show.
That's
is this the last
yeah.
one? Because if this is the last one, I think she'll be in a sort of fucking collision course with Gudu and Golu over this whole handing over the power to her son.
It's a good
not
point you
convinced
raised, John,
Gudu
because
will hand the power over.
when you look at Sacred Games, they knew what they wanted to do with that storyline.
Yeah.
They set themselves a target of 2 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was done after that, 2 and done. And sometimes that's the best way to do it, because then you've got a beginning, a middle and an end, and you know where it ends, and you can focus on that, and you can pace your story out as best you can in a way that all the characters are getting treated fairly, nothing's rushed, you're not forgetting anything, all the ties are concluded at the very end as well, whereas this, the last 2 seasons have been flawless. A lot of people thought season 2 wasn't as good as season 1. very much the same with Family Man. I don't know what that is. I don't know why people are like that, but we've always felt the second season just gets better. It's a very hard thing to do. Certainly if the season 1 is very, very good, like Mirzapur season 1, you're thinking we're coming back to see the revenge. That's what we're coming back for more than anything. But the actual writing itself, the introduction of the new characters just came in so naturally, likeable, unlikable, that kind of thing, you know, and nobody really stood out, and you didn't think, oh, is this the replacement for that character that killed off, or you never thought that. It was just that progression and the evolution of the story moving forward, and I think we'll get the same, certainly from this character, John. I think the evolution of Bina has been fantastic.
She's had one of the best growth arcs in the show, Stephen. She's went from this sort of downtrodden wife figure. She's cheating on her husband. He also is having issues with the member, if you like. He's having to take Viagra. She's not performing, is he? And she's going off and using the houseboy, that's what I'm going to call him, like the housemaid.
Yep.
He becomes a sort of ballless wonder.
Barbie doll. Ken.
Yes, he becomes an Enoch and strangely hangs around. Loses his manhood, but clearly never had any to begin with if he's staying around with people that did that to him. And her growth, Stephen, to then take out Balji, where she's moved into the plotting and the conniving. It was almost like Game of Thrones. The way they're positioning the pieces about and try to overthrow fucking Muna and Akandanan, it was a sight to behold. And also she's the one that allows Gudu and Golo to do what they did. So yeah, man, I think she's going to have a big part to play moving forward in this show. And if it's season 3 is the finale, even more so, because she's going to be in loggerheads with your main man, Ali Faisal. T3, didn't you know you were in, man? Sorry if I missed a comment.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. Hey guys, on my way to a screening, saw you streaming, so I'm doing a shout out. You didn't comment. I didn't read the fucking comment, Chris. That helps, you know, if you actually read before you start speaking. It's been an issue with me. I like to speak before I think. Have a great rest of the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Enjoy the screening. What are you going to see? Let us know.
If you're still here, that is, If
you're still here,
let us know.
What are you going to see? I'm intrigued. What is out just now that would be worth a watching?
Yeah, what is out just now? Yeah, that's a good question.
Hopefully it's not Rings of Power, episode 3, going to the theatres. Well, I've not actually seen them yet. I'm going to watch.
I've watched the first episode, John. I've quite enjoyed it, actually. Yeah, I mean, I think people's biggest issue is probably pacing more than anything, but I'm in it for the long haul, so... And I'll tell you something, that on a technical level, it's a very well-made series.
People are expecting Peter Jackson, Stephen. Jackson. They're expecting that freneticism, but that's not natural for Lord of the Rings. That's not the way the Lord of the Rings works on book or in any other adaptation prior to that. It's a slow burn. Tedious for some people. I personally love it. The Barbarian, I don't know much about that, Chris, so Stephen can maybe search it up.
I'm going to look it up because I'm not sure myself.
But look, there's nothing better than going to a screening, man, regardless. There's nothing better than getting in and seeing something. It's even better if you've got a director or something there actually doing a Q&A afterwards.
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård, that's a decent one, man. And it's a little horror mystery.
Is that your man, Justin Long? I've not seen him since Die Hard 4.
It's alright actually. Yeah, I love the little horror movies.
Kate Bosworth, another one I've not seen.
It's getting decent reviews as well, man. So enjoy that. Enjoy.
Fantastic, yeah.
There's a couple of decent little horror movies starting to pop out. I haven't started Rings of Power yet. No, neither have I. I'm scared to watch it.
John, not a spoiler. Lenny Henry's in this, by the way.
Yeah, he's playing a hobbit.
I didn't even know the guy could act, but he's actually very good in it. He's very good.
Yeah, I think he's like a fucking Proudfoot or something.
Yeah,
he's
not cracking jokes, so that's good.
No, listen, Lenny's great. Fucking brilliant.
He's just not a good comedian.
He's not a good comedian.
He is a good actor. Yeah,
a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm willing that show to do well, just to get it up. All of those fucking
the
idiots.
girl who plays Galadriel was very good, John. Very, very good.
I heard I
think she's half Welsh, half Swedish.
Oh, that's strange.
So yeah.
Half Welsh?
Yeah.
Half Swedish? How the fuck does that happen?
Dad's maybe Swedish, mum's Welsh, I don't know.
That's a strange concoction. The Welsh are usually, you don't think of them as being Scandi, so that's intriguing. Usually us fucking Scots that have got the Viking gene. But I suppose we're all, in a strange way, Viking. Can you tell I've got Viking genes? Fucking ginger beard.
But if you're
Slap
still here,
head.
Chris, we're going to have to do something. We've been talking about it for years now. We'll have
Yes.
to do a hookup at some point, and we'll do something. Maybe
Your host for this evening, the Bottles.
the Boney Rolls.
The Boney Rose, that
Yeah.
put me in mind of John Lennon there. yeah, but we have to do something,
Yeah.
man. I never did get back to you, Chris. I was informed that you were asking about a logo. I'm not on social media. I stay off it. It's a toxic hellhole of a place. For my mental health, I try to stay away. I can't do with the constant negativity and people
it's
just
terrible, yeah.
wallowing in
Yeah.
it. And the whole tribalism, he said, she said, just fuck up and live your life and get on with it, man. I can't be arsed with that nonsense. I stay off it. But look, if you've ever got any ideas for a logo, something, I'll see what I can do for you. If you're still here. But what, man? I'm looking forward to Rasika
can't
Dugal on
wait,
this. I think
yeah.
she's a great actor. She was one of the best things in the show. As I says, one of the more compelling arcs in this show. Right up there with the likes of Golu, as you mentioned, Stephen, her transformation. Gudu's always been this powerful figure throughout, supremely confident, set in what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a gangster. He becomes a gangster. He's, 6 foot something. Big hulking figure of a guy.
He's at
He
least
didn't-
6'4". At least.
I don't think he is, Stephen. I actually think he's like 5'11".
Are
I'm
you
sure we
kidding me?
searched that
He
up.
looks massive.
I think we searched that up.
Is everyone else around him so small?
Yeah, I think they are, yeah. I think he's smaller than you. We
Wow.
searched that
He
up.
looks. I think it's camera angles as well.
Yeah.
He looks.
He's
massive.
also a big man in every
Yeah,
way.
he's-
He's fucking huge, but
yeah.
in terms of height, he's not massive. He's not massive by any
John
means.
Mahooty, we were talking about the other night, just for we're talking about it. We did a trailer reaction and the name Mahooty came up. He
I still
was
not put
in
that
the
out yet.
Regina Khan film. He was the villain in one of the Regina Khan films we watched.
Was it Peter?
It might have been. I think it was. Mahooty.
Oh, Regina King was the villain in Peter.
Mahooty, I can't remember.
Mahooty, yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I knew the name from somewhere.
I'm just trying to remember the villain in Peter.
In Peter.
Peter. He was the guy who ended up on oxygen or something, wasn't he? Vijay Sethupathi played his son.
Oh,
Then he was two-timed and told
That was
that
such
actually Regina King was
it
his
was
father.
such a great film.
And then he wasn't his father again at the end. I loved that movie.
Was it? I don't think it was. I think
Was it not Peter?
It might not have been.
So what other movies have we seen? Telepathy?
It might have been Telepathy.
Seriously?
Hold on a
From
sec.
93?
Telepathy.
It's spelt differently though, isn't it? It's got an I.
Yeah,
Had an
there
I.
we go. 91, yeah. There you go,
91.
yes. Yeah.
Was it Mahooty?
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
Telepathy?
I'll bring him up, John, so you can see his face. That's him. Yep, he was in that trailer.
I can't remember him in
Yeah.
Telepathy.
Such a recognisable name. Yeah, so there we go.
I can't even remember Telepathy period. There you go. Was it not his mother or something? He gave away as a young baby on a train. Ends up
Yeah,
meeting his mother again.
there you go.
There's all sorts going
There's
on.
a screenshot of both of them.
But yeah, Jenikin was fucking class in that movie. I was
Yeah,
just
he's great though, isn't
mesmerised
he?
with Jenikin, to be
Yeah.
fair. Anyone that's on it in a movie with Jenikin's playing second fiddle to Jenikin, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit how old he is. He could be 80, he could be 50, he could be 20.
Yeah.
They're playing second fiddle to that guy because he's just unbelievable. He exudes charisma. Even now, he's got the dodgy wig. He had hair back in the day,
Yeah.
by all accounts. I think over dyeing it was actually what caused
That's
it to
what
fall out.
Ruth said, yeah.
So it wasn't like male pattern baldness or whatever, he actually caused it. But even with that wig, he still looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It looks weird without it.
John, you see the sort of, at the time, the younger actors, the Vijay Sethupathis, etc., all wanting to be him, you know. Telepathy Vijay.
I mean, Telepathy is... He's the sort of heir apparent. When Jenikin can't dance like him, to be fair.
No. It's more
Telepathy's
just
an
finger
all-round.
points and stuff like that, isn't it?
He's like an actor.
Yeah.
Proper actor. He's not so much... He's not... Yes, he's a thespian. He's not so much an
He's a
all-round...
lovey.
He's not such an all-round performer. Telepathy's what I call a big-hitting all-round performer.
Yes.
And of course, your examples up north, maybe a Horrific Roshan, someone like that, an all-round singing, dancing performer.
Yeah.
I tend to find that they're more acting based up and off. Maybe a Ranveer Singh as well. He's one that springs to mind. We've seen him in Padmavat, Stephen. He played...
Yep.
I can't remember who he played in that, but he was very good in it. Played the villain, who I actually
Ranveer,
liked more.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked more than the fucking hero, Shahid Kapoor.
Yeah.
The villain was brilliant. I'm going to search it
Yeah.
up before we end.
John, do you know something? I sometimes think back to when we started doing the watch-alongs and all those great films we did as reviews, which was an enjoyable experience, don't get me wrong, but I
Sultan
kind of
allowed
regret
him.
we didn't do them as watch-alongs, from the very beginning, because
Yeah.
it's an easier way to obviously
Yeah, you
take
can
the film in,
yeah.
and I think people enjoy watching that more than they would just watching our mugs talking
Yeah.
about it for like 2
Well,
hours,
well, they actually do moan about our mugs talking during
Yeah.
the actual watch along. Apparently, if we just
That's him
shut
there?
up. No, that's Jim Saab.
Yeah.
That's the Bintadel guy.
Right, okay.
Stephen, it's funny, that's nearly 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and I still remember the song, Padmavat song, Bintadel Messiah. He's singing about aloud.
Pika Padacone, I always remember that name as well.
Pika Padacone, she's a big
Yeah.
fucking star up north, Stephen, we need to watch more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ranveer played Sultan
Oh,
Aloud, and
what
he was
a
brilliant.
cast, man. What a cast. Padmavat, was that the one where they used the arrows and
No.
the blankets?
No, that was Bahubali.
Was it Bahubali?
Part
two?
Part 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Padmavat was the one where he rocked up with the whole tent thing outside the walls and came in and tried to steal his
The
wife away.
villain and the wife were actually related, married in real life. Yeah,
Ranveer Singh and
Yeah.
Deepika, I think, are married
yeah.
in real life.
Amazing.
Who would have funked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I want to watch more with Jim Saab. I thought he was brilliant. I think that guy's like Canadian or something. He's like a Canadian Indian.
He
Might
actually,
not
do you know
be,
who he
actually.
reminds me? He actually reminds me of
Just fucking born in Mumbai. I'm talking
your
shit.
man
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, Borat. Yep, that's who he reminds me of.
Funny enough, no, that's not the same movie. Someone keeps asking us to react to it. We actually need to do it, to be fair. Lady of Heaven, I think.
Made in Heaven.
That's not it.
No, it's not.
Sadly not.
Lady
But
in
look,
Heaven. Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, I'm done. Join on.
I'm done as well.